Let's see. Let's see what will happen. I think we should be live. Yes. Looks good. Looks good. So we are live, but we'll wait a couple of minutes before we start. So now if anybody is watching us already, please put a comment in your chat. Say hi to Gianni, of course.
Hi to all of our friends.
Yes, RB Cobbs is here. Very nice. The first guest. So that means Muslim is also here. Welcome, Muslim. Very nice to see. Okay, so I guess we're live. So let's just get started. It's very nice to see you all. Mahbula is also here. Well, guys, this is very cool. Already quite right on time. So good morning, good day, or good evening to whoever is watching around the world. Welcome to another live session with me, Roman from Juve Therapy. Usually, this channel is dedicated to Juventus men's team with Ronaldo, Dybala, Bentancur, Chiellini, and so on. But however, tonight I want to change that because for the next hour or so, I'm joined by Gianni from vecchiasignora.com. He is, I will call him an expert, and he will say yes or no. But
we will see.
We will see, yes. But he knows more about Juventus than anybody else. Well, as far as I know. So we'll focus on Juventus Women tonight. And it's a great pleasure, Gianni. So welcome to you.
It's a pleasure for me. He was the first guest in your podcast. And my English is not very good, but I will try to do my best for explain a lot of stuff about Juventus Women, of course.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, Gianni. Of course, it's a great pleasure. And as you can see, probably yes, it is. You can see probably the video connection is not great, unfortunately. But as long as you can hear Gianni, that's the most important thing for me. And of course, this we'll talk. We just talk like fans, and we'll see how that goes. So let's talk Juventus Women, guys. Yeah, good to hear from you all. So the chat is already up and running. So I want to start first with who is Gianni? I mean, what do you do, and what is your connection to Juventus Women?
Okay, I'm a boy of about 25 years old, and I'm just have had a graduation for be the first graduation for be a football coach. In December, I graduated like that, and 3 years ago, with born of Juventus Women, I opened this fan page of VS Women, Vecchia Signora Women, linked about vecchiasignora.com. That is the most important forum about Juventus fan in the world, and I feel that was very important to have a section dedicated to the women's football. Our philosophy about this is a bit different with the first team, because with the Juventus Women we will want to talk more about behind the scenes to get the people know how the girls work in football, and also in life in Turin, because it's a new experience that we in Italy there are not professional players, but we are working about this, but they train like a professional players, play like professional players, had all of staff of Juve is professional. Juve is a professional word, and no one is ruled out from this.
Mm-hmm. This very, very cool thing that you say that you actually Juventus is like a very professional club, and the way that they started in 2017 with Juventus Women, it also confirms the fact that Juventus want to be the best at everything. The men's team,
Yes.
the women's team. So it's very cool and very nice that you say that, because that only confirms my suspicion about the club. Tell me, what made you start following Juventus Women? Because most of us guys, we all follow men's team and the women's, especially when I live in Norway, and a lot of Norwegian guys, they are saying that our women's football is so slow, it's so boring. So why did you decide to follow Juventus Women?
Well, I followed the women's football before Juventus Women, because I'm always be a fan of football, and doesn't matter who played football. Football for me is a passion, and I like to watch, to analyze, and also obviously to play football with men, with girls, doesn't matter this. And I liked very very much women's football. And obviously when Juventus started with his women team, for me is a very very good news. And I would show to the people the word of Juventus in women's football. I no, just I followed since I was a child the national team, the women's national team of Italy, because I'm Italian, and obviously the other ones. And for explain that my passion is for so long about women's football.
I just want to say hi to Giuseppe. Giuseppe is always a good
Oh
friend
yes,
of mine.
I know Giuseppe well. That's he had also a podcast, and we have a lot of discussions on Twitter.
Oh, very nice, very nice. So yeah, Giuseppe is here. Good to see you, and also Dalel, if I'm pronouncing your name right, I really hope I am. Welcome. Thank you so much for following us, and yeah, join in on the conversation. Yeah, there we go. People are already connecting. Very cool. Okay, very good, Gianni. Thank you so much for your introduction. So you already answered my next question. Why did you choose Juventus Women? Of course, you answered that perfectly. So my next question for you is, what impact did Juventus Women have on women's football in Italy? Like a general situation. So like you say, there was a football, women's football before Juventus Women, of course. But after Juventus started with Juventus Women, did it change anything? Did it make something for the women's football in general in Italy?
Yes, of course. Juventus had a very massive impact of the Italian women's football. When Juventus started his experience in women's football, had a massive, a huge idea about the thing of do and develop of this football, this kind of football, on the women's football. And with training, with a lot of training, with the structure, and a lot of stuff that I said before, Juventus can give to the girls improved a lot just the way you play, because you play at all the level will go high and high with when you play with the right the right stuff, the right coach, the right philosophy, because Juventus gave to the girls a completely another completely philosophy, because in Juventus you go to training and you know that you must training hard, because the target is only the victory. Second, shit. You must only win.
That's very cool. And yes, I can see it also with Juventus Women Primavera. They won the Viareggio Cup, I believe, this season.
Yes. This season and last season, they wins the first two season of Viareggio Cup in women for women's, and it was a very very strong result because you can improve your background of players just in your home and have and prepare for the future.
Yeah,
and no, I just want add a thing that for the impact the Juventus, you can see that before Juventus, Italian national team didn't go to the World Cup about 20 years. After 20 years with Juventus and his staff, the girls go to World Cup and do a good work in the World Cup against a lot of others nation that are a professional women's football.
Yes, and they did very very well. And as you say, in the World Cup, unfortunately they got eliminated by Netherlands, who were eventually in the final. So and also the fact is that Juventus Women had 8 players in the squad for Italy. It's amazing, and it's also, as you say, shows that it's almost like we can see the parallel with Juventus men's team in the older days. With the back line was all Juventus, the goalkeeper was always Juventus, and now we can also see it in Italy's team. We have Laura Giuliani, who is her birthday today, by the way.
Yes.
She is a goalkeeper for Juventus and for Italian national team. So that's very 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 cool.
Yes, the Juventus have this philosophy that want to have a strong base from national team because there are a lot of things to do about this, because you with this base can create identity, Italian identity, and is important to win. For example, the first year of Juventus Women, we fight for the title since the last point to point, no, and
with Brescia,
had with Brescia, of course, and had a very strong Italian base. You can focus about the target in the right way, because can show the other ones the right way to have a success.
Yeah. All right. So we have Dalel. She says that it's like Italy 2006. Yes.
Yeah.
It almost looks like it. Yeah. And yeah, so I have to say to hello to Sufyan, always present, always nice to see. You're late, it's no worries. We are still waiting for you, so that's fine. And yes, of course, Giuseppe, he says that he was in Valenciennes for Italy against Australia, and he loved it. And that's also a thing that I watched while watching this World Cup and while watching Italian national team recently, is that I can see that more and more people, fans, are gathering, are interested in Italian national team, in Juventus Women, like we saw last season at Juventus Stadium when they faced Fiorentina at J Stadium. 39,000, yes. Full house.
Full house, yes, sold out. Juventus Stadium was sold out. It was a special day for women's football. Bragin, our head of Juventus Women, said that there is women's football before Juventus Women, and a women's football before after Juventus Women, and there was a women's football before the match against Fiorentina at stadium, and will be another kind of type of women's football after this match. The media said that this was the match that changed definitively the women's football in Italy.
Yes, I agree completely. And luckily we won that game 1-0. Unfortunately, maybe I will not ask it just yet. I will ask this question a bit later, but you have behind you the shirt of Cecilia Salvai.
Yes.
Unfortunately, she got injured during that game, I remember. So yeah, very cool. Okay.
It was only the only bad thing about
yes
those days, but I was here and was a very special day.
Yes, it was indeed. Okay, guys, I see the comments. Are there? Sofiane is here. Giuseppe is here, of course. Okay, we're moving on to. And please, guys, just ask any questions you have for Gianni in the comment section. I will try to ask him as much as possible, because we need really to get to know Juventus Women much better than we do today. And so far, Gianni is doing great with his so English, but he's very good. Okay, so a bit more today's news. What happens with Juventus Women and the Serie A for women with this coronavirus? Will it restart or will it be cancelled?
The decision there will be in the 8th of June, the definitive decision. I can say that in the last days, players and staff had a conference with the authority and for decide about this. There are team that want to restart, and the team that cannot restart because it's difficult for her money to sustain this situation.
Do you think it will be restarted?
I don't know. It's a very hard decision to spend, because the clubs and the medical staff said that is not the case to restart, but the authority, the Italian authority of women football, want to restart.
Okay, good. We hope, of course, it will restart. Or yeah, we need the Juventus women back as soon as
Yes,
possible. But of course,
we need football back.
we need
Juventus
football back.
back.
Calcio needs to come back, of course. Okay, so moving on to a bit more personal questions about you, about your opinion about the Juventus women. Uh, there is already some question very early on, almost one of the first questions from RP Combs, and also my question. Also, your favorite Juventus women player and why?
My favorite Juventus women player is Arianna Caruso, of
Really?
course, because
Why?
really I love her so much because I love the midfielder in for first, and she is the perfect the perfect oops she is the perfect midfielder for my philosophy
Mm,
of football.
mm. If you would compare her to one of the men in men's team, who would that be?
In these men teams, I don't know, but I can compare with a players that with a player that
Mm.
stayed in Juventus some years ago, and it's Arturo Vidal.
Okay.
Yes, because she is strong, but she can score a lot of goal,
Mm.
and also had a lot of quality. She can play the
Mm.
ball
Mm.
with quality, and and we have a Buddha.
Mm, mm, yes, and also she's very young, also 20, 21 or something.
Yes, had
Mm,
21 years old.
mm,
He's
mm,
very young. Is one of the most interesting talent for Italian talent, young
mm,
talent.
mm. Ariana Caruso, great
Like
name for a future. Mm,
yes, is a very great name for the future. And if we can go behind the scenes, is a very nice girl. Uh, is very cute girl. Is very disponible.
mm,
Yeah, she talk with you, of course, with no problem. Uh, is good to have a discussion with her.
mm,
Is
mm. Okay, very nice. Also, she's very available to discuss with usual people, with media. Also, that's very nice. Mm. You said it also probably, but if it wasn't for Ariana Caruso, best talent in Juventus women, who is that?
who is that the best talent of
Mm,
all Juventus women
mm,
is of course Barbara Bonansea.
mm,
She had a lot of uh, of requests in the past
mm,
from a very big team in women's football like Lione,
mm,
and she is very. We saw in World Cup
mm,
what she can do with the ball.
yes.
Is a very strong player.
Yes, she is. Yeah, Giuseppe also
Of
confirms that he also likes Barbara Bonansea as well because she is number 11. Very very good player with the ball. And yes, absolutely.
she said that she studied the way of play of Cristiano Ronaldo,
Mm,
and when she joined Juventus, had a massive upgrade with her goals.
mm,
Before she didn't score so much with Juventus, and coach Guarino improved in with her goal.
mm, mm. Yes. Very nice. Okay, so this is it. This is what Barbara Lancia is the best talent, of course. So we can see also, guys. Well, most of you
And
are.
of course we had a lot of girls that are very talented,
Mm,
like Linda Sembrant.
mm,
I think about to Lisa Boattin, Galli.
mm, mm.
She is a very strong playmaker, best Italian playmaker,
Okay.
with
Yeah.
Manuela Giuliano that play
Mm,
for Rome.
mm, mm,
We had some strong players,
mm.
and
They
of
have.
course we had also Aluko that she scored a lot of goals, and this year Girelli she's our bomber. Uh, she for every match she scored in every match,
Yes.
with left foot, right foot, header, with in all thing.
Yes. She's very focused, very focal point for our offensive play for Juventus Women, and yes, and also for the national team, of course. Martina says hi. Hi, Martina. You are here, of course, and also Muhammad. Nice to see you guys. Yes, so we are gathering some people. That's very good. So please continue asking questions. I will also ask Gianni those as soon as possible. Yeah, let's see. So if we go to the younger players, we have Asia. What's her last
Asia
name?
Bragonzi.
Asia
Bragonzi.
Bragotti.
Asia
See, yes.
Bragonzi. Yeah.
This is probably the name that one of the most exciting, very young players that we have in our team.
Yes.
She plays for Primavera, of course, but the way that I see her, she should be. She could be already next season if she stays in Juventus Women next season. She can already challenge for the first spot. Do you agree?
Yes, we will see if she will stay or will go on loan to play. But she had a massive talent of our young players, and she was important for our first torneo of Viareggio. This year at the Primavera team joined her Alice Berti that improved with this uh, and drive us to win the second one torneo of Viareggio.
Yes, and also we have guys like this is also my personal question to you because I'm interested in those two players particularly. Benedetta Glionna and Sofia Cantore. They played for Juve. Juventus Women's first season. Then now they are in Verona.
They are on loan in Verona. Yes, and they are talent, particularly for my opinion, Benedetta Glionna. And we will see. There are discussion about if she will return to Juventus next year or will be another year on loan. But she is very, very good for us.
This is a player who is, for you guys that are watching that don't know, Benedetta Glionna was in that first official video of Juventus Women when they presented the long documentary about Juventus Women. She was in it with the long hair
and curly hair,
and curly hair. Yes, very fast player and also very young. And now she gets her minutes at Verona. So hopefully, as Gianni says, hopefully we'll see her at Juventus next season. There is a question from Mohammed from Twitter, but also he is here with us today in the chat. Mohammed, your question to Giovanni, and this is also very interesting. Juventus Women and Champions League. So he asks basically, when are Juve gonna win the Champions League? I think it will be a while, but we are a top team domestically in Italy, hardly tested and dominating through most 90 minutes. But we're struggling in Europe. Last season, it was Brøndby from Denmark who eliminated us, and now this season, it's unfortunately was we got drawn with Barcelona. So unfortunately, there was very quick elimination this year also. But how do you? What do you feel? What is the level of Juventus Women? Well, let's say against one of the big teams like Lyon or say Barcelona.
Is a step down from this team, but Juventus Women will improve in Europe, particularly step by step. We must do a lot of steps and to compare us with this strong team. Last year with Brøndby, we was more unexpected that and this was a problem that caused us the elimination. This year we faced Barcelona that was in final with Lyon.
Yes,
and but Barcelona, there was a few minutes that we had on the match with Barcelona, and the first step was we did it the first step, but in Europe about women's football in general, there was a lot of things to improve. Because, for example, UEFA Women's Champions League didn't have the group stage, and the group stage will be an opportunity to play more for a lot of team like Juventus that need to do experience with the European women's football.
That's a very good point. We need the group stage to build up the experience.
In 2 years in 2 years we will have another formula to for UEFA Women's Champions League, but is not so good. It's good, but not so good like men's format. And I hope that we will join the men's format, and will be the second European Cup for women. Because it's a question of experience. More you play match in Europe, more you can do your experience.
Exactly, yes. So Tom Carver is here. Hello, everyone. He says, hello, Tom. Welcome to you. This is the stream. We're talking about Juventus Women right now, and the Champions League, of course. So, yeah, what's this is, of course, as you say, it's a long step to become one of the best, but Juventus Women will get there because, as we said in the beginning, Juventus always strive to be the best at absolutely everything. So Juventus Women is no exception whatsoever. Very good. Okay, so my question to you now, next question is the interactions I don't know if you know anything about this, but I'm very interested in interactions between men and women team. Do you know anything about do you see any men from the men's team who are going to the matches for Juventus Women, watching them or following them? Is anybody particularly interested in Juventus Women? I think I saw Andrea Pirlo once at Juventus Women match, but that was a while ago.
Yeah. Yes, I remember that the first year of Juventus Women, they played a match while men teams was training in Vinovo, and then some players go to watch the women's team in on the pitch. Like I remember Pjanic for sure, Chiellini for sure. Chiellini is one of the most interested about women's team, and Pjanic, Chiellini, Allegri, of course. He was in contact with Guarino, with Rita Guarino, the coach of Juventus Women, and Allegri did some lessons for the other Juventus coach like Rita Guarino or the Primavera coach and the other coaches of Juventus. And I know that also Sarri have a contact with Rita Guarino. For sure, Sarri spoke with Rita after the victory in the Super Cup in October. For give her his wishes about this trophy.
Wow, that's cool. That's very cool. Yeah, it's very very nice to see the interaction between men and women, because after all, we are one club, and they are using
Yes,
basically.
and Chesney in one of his podcasts had as a guest Sikora, that she is Poland like
Yes.
Chesney, and a lot of stuff like this. But the only problem about this, and to connect the things, because for example, when Juventus Women had his training, men's team is playing stuff like this.
Yes, it's more practical, and you need to be.
And the women's team tried for first time the Continassa training center, and then the first team joined Continassa, and the Juventus women team returned to Vinovo. But she tried for first the sports center of Continassa.
It's very good. It's a top state of the art. This center, apparently one of the best in Italy, the Continassa.
Yeah, in Italy for sure the best. One of the best also in Europe.
We have a question from Sufyan. Who is better championship, like between France and Germany? Yes. So the question basically, I think he means that he knows that the Spanish national team is very good, but who is better between France and Germany? If I understand the question correctly.
If if we speak about national teams, of course, German. For the league, I prefer French league.
And
because there are teams like Lyon, PSG that are very strong also in women's football.
Yes, there's a question from Dalel also to following up that who is the best women's team in Europe, and you say it's Lyon.
Lyon, of course. Yes, Lyon, of course.
Yeah, that's for sure.
They win 4 women's Champions League in a row, and that's explain all about how is strong this team.
But why is Lyon so good? What did they do to become the best?
But for the first thing, they play in a professional league, and then they improved with her talent, with a lot of. Aula spent a lot of money about women's football, and she had the best players like Ada Egerberg. Is a very strong forward, and she score. And she had also Alex Morgan, that was probably the best women player in the world.
Ada Hegerberg is from Norway. Norway, so yes, we know her. I know her very well, not personally, but we keep hearing about her almost every day. And also her sister plays for Roma.
For Roma, yes, of course. She also is strong, but Ada is another level.
Yes. Question from it's very good, guys. Now you're asking questions. Very cool. Question from Mohammed. That's a good question. Why doesn't Juventus Women play more often in the Allianz Stadium? Of course, the reason is probably Juventus men are playing there already, so you cannot use so much.
The first problem is just this, but I know that they was talking about to do another match this year, but the situation of COVID stopped all the talks with this, and Juventus for sure will build another Juventus, a small Juventus stadium for women's team and the second team, the second men team.
Okay, yes, the under 23.
Yes,
exactly. Okay, so I have a question for you. It's a bit more controversial stuff, because here from outside where we sit and just watch this, and we see players coming, players going, and there is everything just happens, and we don't follow it so much, so new players are coming in, but then when they leave, some of them start talking about their experience at Juventus Women. So some players, they say that it was a good experience, I was just not good enough, so I find myself another club. But some are talking a bit more. And last season, there was a controversial comment from Petronella Ekroth, from the Swedish lady who played for us, and now she's back at home. I think she was going to play back in Serie A next season. I don't know. I read something about it.
Yes.
She was quoted. I'm not saying that she said that, because it was taken out of context, maybe, but this is what sparked the whole controversy. That her time at Juventus Women, she felt that it was like a prison, that that she did not feel comfortable. She was very strict regime, and it was very hard for her to be herself at Juventus Women. Is this true? Do you understand this, or is it just her personality that crashes with Juventus Women?
I really don't know why she said this thing, because was not true, because Nella had a good time at Juventus. So Juventus pretend from any players the the top of professional, the top of the top in training, the top on all of stuff. And and Petronella in Juventus have a massive upgrade as a player. And she when she played the first time, Coach Guarino is not very satisfaction about his
She wasn't
about
happy
her.
with Petronella.
Her, and with her focus about Petronella had a very good final of season, that she scored 2 goals, that one in the last match of championship, that she take a scene of from on the Scudetto, and she scored the opener in the final of Coppa Italia. This is all the work that Coach Guarino and his staff did on Petronella, and there was words without no reason about her words. There is no reason about their words. Maybe she felt bad because she is a very expensive girls, but I don't think this will be will did a very difference about your experience in Juventus Women.
How is the
maybe Italy, maybe the city of Turin was not perfect for her, but is not a really
to follow up on that question, what is the relationship between the foreign international girls and the Italian? Because we see there is, especially in the first season, I saw a big divide, at least on footage, photos, on videos. You have this guys like Bonansea, Rosucci, Salvai. I mean, they have a group, and then you have these foreign guys, like it was Katie Zellem, Katie Ruud, it was Tuija from Finland. So it was all international girls. They were on one place, and the Italian were on another. Is it better now, or is it still? You can see that there is.
Now is better, because the first year you must build also the team and the component of the team, and girls like Bonansea, Rosucci, and others played together in the previous years, and she known about ourselves, and she had a group. But in the other years, for these years, for example, are a good interaction between Italian girls and international girls.
Okay, that's very good.
And for sure, Tuya, our Finnish player, was the first that entered in a lot of in the Italian mentality. She will. I can say that she is one of the basic players for Juventus.
Yeah, definitely, because I can see her almost every time in the starting lineup. She is always there, and the quality player for us. Yes, Imakes Bianconero says hi. Hi, nice to see you. We're still here. I have also a question. This is also very controversial topic, but since we are talking about this, since the whole world today is talking about it, it's this racism and the topics about the how you speak, how you handle, how you communicate with people that are not your color, so to speak. Enialuko was a perfect example of that, because later when she left Juventus Women, she spoke a little bit about her experience in Italy, and she said that Italy and Torino has a long way to go in regards to that, because she didn't feel comfortable being at Juve solely because it was not so many racist remarks, but there was just a feeling that she was not normal to people. Is this something you see? Is this true, or is it exaggeration?
I don't know very well this situation, but I think that is a situation more about Italian people that of Juventus. Juventus is very
professional.
Is very professional and very expensive with all of race and guys and girls and the mood of living the city for Aluko, maybe it was bad, but I can't relate so well about this because it's not my situation. I didn't live this situation, and I didn't saw her in this situation. For sure, Juventus fan had only a lot of love with all the girls of Juventus Women. Also, Petronella, that had a controversial words about Juventus, but she said that fans are very lovely with the girls, and it's true, because we love the girls like we love the and more than we love men's play. I can say this.
Wow.
Because it's a different relation. The women's team, you maybe see they like a very far person, and the girls are more comfortable with you. There is no degree. There is no a lot of degree of separation between the normal person and the Juventus women players.
Pep is always here. Pep Guardiola says hi.
Hi, Pep Guardiola. If you
Hi,
want to join Juventus, we are
Gianni,
ready to.
we are waiting for you. Yes, always nice to hear from Pep. Yes, Imakeze Bianconero says listening to the other players, Turin and Juventus are the best places for professional and human growth. Aluko's thought was very strange. Yes, you could say that for sure. But it's always like that. It's a personal way of living things and how you meet stuff, and suddenly things happen to you, and then you have a bad experience about it. But as you say, and I can only say for myself also, I feel that our club is very professional, and guys like Matuidi, guys like Douglas Costa on the men's side also.
Yeah.
Moise Kean, of course, experienced some racism on their away games. So yes, for sure, there is some situations, there is some controversy, but for the club,
is
yeah,
a controversial situation with some Italian people, but not with the Juventus people. This is for sure.
Pep Guardiola likes Martina Rosucci. I do as well. So yes, she's a nice, awesome player.
Yes, she is very very similar in her characteristic with Claudio Marchisio. There is a very she's very similar because she also born in Turin, grow up in Turin, and she joined Juventus as she dreamed when she was a child.
Wow, that's very nice. She is also, of course, wearing the number 8 as Claudio Marchisio. So yes,
and she shows the number 8 because of Claudio Marchisio.
Okay, yeah, wow, very nice. Yes, Mohammed confirms it now. She's a big fan of Marchisio too. You see, guys that are listening to this, I really know.
You named Douglas Costa. That yes. Douglas Costa had very important words about women's team, and particular for Bonansea. That he said that Bonansea he is the Douglas Costa of the women team.
That's very nice. Yes, very similar also. Yes, and Dalel confirmed. Yes, she's also said that he hopes that career for Martina Rosucci goes better than for Marchisio. But also, funnily enough, Martina Rosucci also injured her knee.
Yes,
the same way. Claudio
Marchisio. For women's is a bit different because women's are more stressed about her knee, and this kind of injury for women's are more is more often happen more often than men, because the structure of our body is different, and for women this is a higher problem.
So the same thing happened with Salvai, is it correct?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Wow, but I really hope to see her back at her best. And also the fact is that Linda Sembrant, our central defender that came from Montpellier, I believe.
Yes, from Montpellier.
Yeah, she's playing for next to Saragama, and while Cecilia Salvai was injured, and now Salvai is back. Who do you think will start like next season in the middle of defense? Because I think it will be Saragama for sure. But who will
It's a very difficult question because they are three top players, and I will if I will bet on something, I will bet on the three players on the back. Maybe Rita Guarino will choose this option because she tried it on the first year with Isaacsen.
yes.
With his accent that it was very strong to do technical la salida alla volpiana is called in technical for to receive the ball between the two center back and become three.
Yes, yes. Like Bonucci was for Barzagli.
Yes, okay. Okay, like Bonucci.
Yes, yes. Pep says happy birthday to Laura Giuliani, by the way.
Happy birthday. Yes.
Happy birthday, yes. Yes, okay. So my last question, if you guys have any more questions to Gianni, just ask him. Go ahead before we round up. We have passed 1 hour now, but if you have more, we still have time. If not, we will finish up soon. My last question to you is about the Rita Guarino. You have spoken very highly of our first team coach. You really like her, it seems, the way she does things. Do you see that? How? Let's just ask it very simply. How good is Rita Guarino?
Is very good. I think that she is the best Italian coach in women's football.
Even better than
I love her. Yes. For me, for sure. Yes. I love her like a coach so much. I loved Allegri as a coach of first team. She had the right mentality for Juventus. She had a focus. She is focused on the victory all and work for the victory every day. And she think about football, and she gave to her players the right solution to play football well, and she teach how to think football while you are playing football. She is a very massive coach for me. I had some discussion about football with her, and I was I really enjoyed this because she is very on a very high level of known of football.
Wow, that's very interesting.
She knows football very well. She knows football very well and explain football very well. Talk about football very well. I was a very pleasure for me to talk football with her, and I learned a lot of things because as I said at the start of the podcast, I just have had a graduation for be a coach. for me was the first graduation, and have a discussion with a coach of this level was very important for me.
Wow, that's very cool. I see. I see that people are confessing their love to every Juventus women lady. Guys, do you like Rosucci and Giuliani? Well, it's very nice to see. Pep Guardiola, the mastermind behind everything. Is there any market rumors about Juventus women? And this is a very good question, because in women's football, as far as I understand, is very complicated, because
Yes, it's very complicated, because the market isn't so a mediatic thing. And for the market, they we will see, because the market is in a particular situation that I think we will conserve this team, a lot of players of this team, and some players like Sikora will go away from Juve. And there is about two situation, about two international players that we are following on the market, and we will see what kind of situation. I think for sure will be a right winger, a back winger, because of Sigura go away, and we need this kind of player.
Why do we need to get? Is she's going for herself, or is it that we are letting her go?
I think both, because she didn't play so much as he expected, and was not the first choice for Rita Guarino.
Do you know any particular names that will some rumors that will come? Do you have some exclusive?
No, because there is it's too soon for the name. But if you want, I can do a name that I will. I would like to join
Yes.
Juventus Women.
Your dream signing for Juventus Women. Who is that?
No, not dream, because
realistic.
A realistic. I will take a realistic target that is a shower. Is Austrian players that play with Fribourg.
Okay.
And there is also Greenwood that she will leave Lione, but I think she will return to Manchester United.
Cool. And your dream signing, last question from me, your dream signing, who would
my dream signing is Christian Press.
Oh really? Okay.
Really, I like her so much. She's a very strong player, and with a top quality player.
Not Ada.
Ada also, but behind Ada and Press, I prefer Press. But of course, if Ada want to join Juventus, I'm the first to say welcome, Ada.
Yes, of course. All right, guys. So we will wrap it up now. Do we have any more questions here? I don't think so. Well, it's very cool, guys. I see that you're communicating in the chat, saying that there is not many people are talking about women. Il Marchese Bianconero says exactly that. There aren't a lot of people talking about women, so that is why we dedicated this hour to Juventus Women, to talk about them, to raise awareness regarding this build-up, because this is coming. The women's football is coming and getting bigger and bigger, so we need to be be a part of that.
It's a constant development of women's football in general, and in particular of Italian women's football, since Juventus joined women's football.
So the status today, before we go, guys. So Juventus are in a league of 12 teams. For you who don't know, this is a 12 team in one Serie A league.
Yes.
And Juventus are on top. They have played 16 games, won 14, drew 2, and didn't lose anything. So they have
no losses for
Juventus. Absolutely. So it's 44 points ahead of Fiorentina and Milan, who are 9 points actually. 9 points ahead of Fiorentina and Milan. So it looks like we are gonna get that third in a row Scudetto.
Yes, I hope we will see if restart this season.
Yes,
but I
exactly.
think that if don't restart, we deserve this title, because it was just a matter of time to win the league.
Yes, absolutely, and we'll see what happens next season with the Champions League. Maybe they will go a bit further than before.
Yes, we need to do experience about this, but I trust that we will go. We will go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very good.
Because the experience is just good, and we will see next year and play well. We maybe we will see something of these two players that we are following that will improve our level, and I trust that there are good possibilities that go forward.
All right, guys, thank you very much for following us. Thank you to Giuseppe, thank you to Dalel, Pep, of course, Sofian, Muslim, Il Marchese Bianconero, and a lot of other guys who've been joining us for this live session. Thank you very much. Thank you to Gianni for joining for 1 hour and 12 minutes of English talk. Very well done.
I'm not so strong with the English, but I tried to do my best, and I hope to be more clear as possible.
Yeah, that's fine. It will come when you use it more and more. So we'll just work on it. So follow Gianni on VS_women. On Twitter,
and if you want, you can follow me also on my personal profile, that is at Gianni Stinson 5.
Okay, follow him as well there. Great stuff from him. Thank you so much to you guys. Enjoy your evening and stay safe. And maybe we'll do this one next time after this season is finished. We'll see. Maybe some Mercato news. Maybe we'll see about Juventus Women. If you are interested, guys, just let us know, and we'll see you later. So, fino alla fine.
Fino alla fine. Bye bye. Thank you for watching.